Yeah, against this right back, Charlie's definitely.
There's always just that active when that defenders, I think, it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on. Come on, Ian. People deluded. I'm back again. Now, the good times just keep rolling. What a week it's been for Arsenal at all levels. We've seen key young players sign new deals. Obviously, we've brought in Russo where the WSL is concerned. Apparently, the Declan Rice move is nearing completion as he's set for a medical. And as you can see in front of me, people, David Ornstein, 11 minutes ago at the time of making this video, has said Arsenal have reached full agreement with Ajax to sign Timber. Great stuff, because it means we're getting our key players in early. They can integrate with Mikel Arteta, what he demands of them individually and collectively, and we can have a better season. And obviously where Timber's concerned, centre back, right back, a wealth of experience having played for his country and playing for Ajax. There's a lot he can bring to the team. And it's nice to see that, you know, after what's probably been a long drawn out saga and a high demanding sort of thing for Arsenal as they've attempted to complete deals on all fronts, they've got 3 out of 3. They wanted Havertz, they got him. They want Declan Rice, they got him. They want Timber, they got him. We have heard that, you know, by the end of this week, Declan Rice and Timber would have or were scheduled to have their medicals. So let's see exactly what's been done. We did hear, to be fair, Ajax and Arsenal, there was a willingness to get this deal done, so they weren't quite the being at loggerheads and the somewhat drawn out saga that West Ham had us in over Declan Rice. Arsenal have reached a full agreement with Ajax to sign defender Timber. The Premier League side will pay 40 million euros in brackets 34.3 million plus 5 million euros in brackets 4.3 million pounds in largely realistic bonuses for Timber. First time I've seen Arsenal with bonuses and largely realistic. We've been accused of not doing that. The 22-year-old has been granted permission to undergo a medical and finalise terms with Arsenal. Now, he's been pictured in London a couple of times. You'd imagine personal terms have already been broadly in place, and it's just about, you know, locking in that agreement, dotting I's, crossing T's. And yeah, he's scheduled to undergo his medical, which means this move can get, you know, ticking over, and hopefully him and Rice are announced at the same time. Arsenal put in a £30 million offer for Timber last month, with Ajax seeking a higher fee for the highly rated player who has 2 years left to run on his contract with the Dutch club. So they weren't necessarily in a position of strength. You know, had he stayed, he would probably performed well for Ajax. He's gone off and would have gone off and played for his country at the Euros. They might have got a bigger fee, but then obviously they've got a year left. He would have a year left from next summer on his contract, and they're reliant on, you know, him to move that summer, or he could agree a move to Arsenal or clubs from abroad for free in the summer, well, in the January of 2024. So yeah, we didn't get him with at the first time of asking. We seem to be getting over the line. There are rumors he's going to be our first choice right back. As you know, he can play right back as well as centre half. Timber made 34 Eredivisie appearances in what was an underwhelming 2022-23 campaign for Ajax. He got 2 assists and scored twice. He's a centre back who can also play on the right hand side of defence, and has also played 15 times for the Netherlands. So yeah, man, it ties in with what we want in terms of young emerging sort of talent. Again, him, Benjamin White and William Saliba, they're going to have to fight for that right-sided centre-back spot. And obviously where Benjamin White's concerned, right-back. And again, if we're getting more competitive players, better players, and having a better squad, and we can only start 11, go and give Mikel Arteta headaches. As I've said in all the vids, if you're already at the club and you can see the players coming in, make sure it's not your shirt that's taken. If you're coming into the club, don't come and want to sit on the bench, take someone's shirt. I very much doubt a 22-year-old making the step up to a Premier League, been capped a number of times by his country with a Euros in date. I'm sure he wants to play on a regular basis, people. We're happy with this. This is also said Arsenal are closing in on signing Declan Rice, having agreed a fee for the England international with West Ham United. Rice has now been given permission to undergo a medical and finalise personal terms ahead of a £105 million move. Mikel Arteta's side made their first summer signing last week, with Kai Havertz joining from Chelsea for a fee of up to £65 million. You've seen 65, you've seen 67.5, you've seen all the way to 7, people. Apparently, one of Timber's best qualities is his composure on the ball. At the World Cup, he played on the the right-hand side of a back three with Van Dijk and Ake, Timber uses his impressive passing range and dribbling ability to help the team progress up the pitch. He's also capable of operating at right back. So this is music to my ears, in line with what we've seen with Mikel Arteta do with Zinchenko. Obviously, he provides competition and depth and helps us have a more competitive squad to challenge on all fronts. The article has gone on to say there are not many defenders in the world who possess such an intricate passing range, and are so confident carrying the ball. According to data from I don't know them, but Timber averaged 90.5 touches per game last season in the Dutch top flight, more than any other player. Even more impressively, 59% of his touches were in the middle third, which is very high for a centre-back and underlines how much he gets involved in attacks. And also, you know, if he's not necessarily in the strongest lineup, and God forbid there's an injury to Saliba, as you saw with the greatest of respect to Rob Holding, if we play a high line, which he's not able to do, we drop off a level. If we drop the line further deeper near to Ramsdale, obviously we're encouraging oppositions to get at us, really. So this tells you he's able to play as a high line, so the system isn't gonna decrease. Obviously, he's got defensive qualities, and in line with being a modern day centre back / right back, he has the passing range, the guile on the ball, and the confidence to try things, really and truly, which is great. Really tough season for Ajax. Respectfully to them, nothing to do with us. Welcome to the club, Timber. In terms of other news, once again, Declan Rice has been given permission to undergo a medical and finalise personal terms with Arsenal, as Arsenal and West Ham now have a full agreement. The Athletic reported last Wednesday that the clubs had settled on a fee of 105 million quid and were negotiating the payment terms. An agreement has now been reached, which will see 3 instalments paid over 24 months, and Rice will undergo a medical ahead of completing what would be a Premier League record fee for a British player. As we know, Manchester City pulled out of the race to sign him, people. Nice to see we're getting over the line. Welcome to the club, really. Granit Xhaka is closing in on a move to Bayern Leverkusen. We're set to receive 25 million euros, in brackets 21.5 million pounds or $27.3 million if and when the move is complete, and he's given the green light to get that move, which when we heard the news broke out, we heard 15 million euros. So every little helps. Best of luck to you, Granit Xhaka. Finally, you know, Father Wenger, Arsene Wenger, you know, again, the whole reason you're seeing these young players come through the academy playing in the stadium they play, and our manager played under him, with respect to all of them, because they're their own individuals. Wenger, you know, we're bearing the fruits of his labor, and it's only right that he's honored with a statue. It's overdue, really and truly. He's set to be unveiled at the Emirates in such. Arsenal have been working on a commissioned bronze statue for some time, with a view to having it in place to coincide with the 20th anniversary of the Invincible season. So big up Arsene Wenger. Thank you very much for your 22 years at this football club. Hopefully he can return to the Emirates and watch the team on a more regular basis. And also, I'd imagine there's going to be some ceremony where he's obviously going to unveil the thing. So it's lovely to see, you know, Tony Adams, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Arsene Wenger, now Herbert Chapman, and I'm sure there'll be plenty more. Apologies for the noise, there's building work. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Timber, on Declan Rice, on the statue, on Granit Xhaka departing. Do you actually think it's a good thing that Xhaka leaves? And do you actually think it would be smart if Arsenal sell both Thomas Partey and Xhaka? Partey is also linked with a move away. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button. As usual, people, thank you very much for giving up your time and listening to what I have to say. It means the world. I'm out.
There's always just that active red flag defenders. I think it's like